Welcome back to another PFA Draft League video as we are up against the San Jose Sharpedos, coached by Sabastian. So, going into this game, first of all, we would like to mention that we do have some transactions we've made. So, the first one we did, or the first three we did made were we dropped Togekiss, Powdon, and I believe Avaloy. No, not Powdon. I just said one of them. It was Togekiss, Gigalith, and the Avalok for the Powdon, Crobat, and Aromatase. So yeah, I wanted to get some more bulk, more utility, in a sense. Kind of like improve my typing from my team's typings from a defensive standpoint. So yeah, and also I feel like Togekiss was kind of gonna be like weak for the upcoming matches, so I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna bring Togekiss for like most of my battles, so I might as well just swap. So yeah, for this game, I did bring one of my new mons, which is Crobat. I was gonna bring Togekiss, but that was like because I think we did free agency a little bit earlier, so my opponent decided not to match and decided not to use me. So for this game, I was kind of hard teching for some mons that you didn't bring, like the Type Null, the Shaman, the Kartana, even like I believe the Flygon, but he didn't bring any of those mons. Like I expected him to bring Rotom and like maybe Arrow, and possibly for sure Rotom and Arrow because like Arrow is his only rocker, and also Rotom because like it could paralyze my RX. So. Then he also has a Bucephalon, which is pretty much very scary, but it's 151 special attack with Beast Boost. You have to like, if it gets going, it can't be stopped. So he also has a Abipalm, which pretty nice for him, like and as well as Girder and Scizor. So two priority users, probably to snipe out some of my mons. I was kind of surprised with Scizor because I thought maybe Kartana would be on his slot, but yeah. With Girder, it also was kind of surprising a bit, but like I was like, then again, it made more sense because obviously it was likely I was gonna bring Drill and Persian, so yeah, he might just want a mon that just deals with those two. So going to this game, I do have a Dracodance standard Char X. I have actually this game I also have two Scarfers. My first one being Escadrille with Earthquake, with Mold Breaker Earthquake just being helpful against Rotom. Ironhead just because to flinch or just kill Arrow, so mostly just to flinch. I don't know. I also have Rocks and Spin on it, so this does give like some liberty on some of my monster runs different moves. So yeah. I do have a Scarf Persian this week. It was going to be originally a Papa Berry, but I decided to change it last minute because I realized how threatening Scarf Bucephalon and potentially Scarf Kartana or set up Kartana with +1 speed would be annoying. And I would have, especially if I lose Zapdos, do something really stupid. So yeah. And speaking of Zapdos, I do have here with 50% Berry, and I do have a Heat Wave, Discharge, and Toxic, so no defog because I have my spinner with Escadrille. So here I do have CM not Uxie, but Mesprit with the 50% Berry, as with its like only attacking moves being Psychic and Ice Beam, with Calm Mind and Recycle. So Recycle is kind of cool because you can kind of recover back your berry, so like multiple times. So it might be helpful just to replenish. And lastly, we have Crobat, which is a mate, which has a good matchup here, except for Rotom and Arrow. But everything else, it can do some work. It actually has a Rocky Helmet to wear down the, let's say, Scizor, Ambipom, Kartana. Was meant for Kartana, but like. But those two, and also Girder, but yeah, Rocky Helmet Crobat was kind of like a weird option I have. So with Super Fang and Taunt, so we'll go into this battle. He goes to Aerodactyl as I go to Royal Blue, the Persian. This time I did nickname my Mons. didn't forget. So goes to Rock Hawk the Aerodactyl. So I'm like, okay, so I'm wondering if he's just gonna set up rocks here. So I decide, you know what, he's just gonna set up rocks. So I'm just gonna get some free damage. He goes for Foul Play. I go for Foul Play. As he goes for Earthquake, which doesn't do anything. And at this point he realizes, oh shit, this is Scarfed version. So he's gonna switch out. Go with Spin Cycle the Rotom. I go for Foul Play, do some good damage. And I realize there's no like leftovers here, so I'm like thinking maybe it's 50% berry, but then I realize the damage on this. I'm like, oh shit, this might actually be his Z move on. So I'm like debating, okay, what to do here. So I decided to Roost, just thinking what to do. And he goes for Pain Split, and I'm like, alright. It gives me a turn to go for Toxic, so I could just pretty much Roost stall here a little bit. I do wish I was Pressure. I really wish I was Pressure for this game, because this would have just like, I would have just got rid of his Hydros right here, then and there. So he only had like only one left. So, but of course, Static is really good. So he gets a crit there, which is very annoying because like this pretty much puts me in a very bad spot. But the 50% berry helps me recover back with my Wild Berry. So yeah, so it kind of helps there. I go for another Roost. Goes for Hydro Pump again. So that's kind of like, you know, helpful. So he goes for a Z move. Goes for a Z Hydro Pump. I thought he was going to be Z Thunderbolt or something like that, but whatever. So I go for another Roost. Yes, I know I'm Roost stalling, but I kind of am playing the odds here, trying to hope for like him to either switch out, get some recovery, to recover back to full, or like just have him just worn down enough. So I think he has enough of this, and he goes to Pennywise the Blacephalon, and I'm like, alright, so this is a good matchup for me, depending if this is Specs Blacephalon or not. So yeah, or Scarf, but I have to be wary. So here he goes for Flamethrower. Doesn't do like 50%, so I go for Discharge. Does 50%, over 50%, so I'm like, alright, I can settle with this. Then he goes to Scizor, thinking that he is safe from this Zapdos. But I do carry Heat Wave, so I just knock out Scizor. Huge threat out of the way for Mesprit. So here he goes to Steroids, the Girder, and he goes for Rock Slide. Predicts that very nicely. So Crobat's able to shoot that very nicely as well. So I go for Roost here. So as here I decide, you know what, he's not gonna go for Hydro Pump. He goes for Pain Spit. So here at this point I'm like, alright, I can just wear down this Rotom. Goes for Hydro Pump. I'm trying to go for like Hydro Misses, but yeah, at the same time, yeah, it's kind of biting me in the ass that like he's recovering. But then again, like he's not attacking me in a way, so I'm okay with this. I'm trying to get a full healthy Zapdos best I can. So here he goes for Hydro Pump. It's probably his second to last one, but I go for another Roost here. Goes for Pain Split. As he goes like, he's getting like worn down significantly, so all he's doing is Pain Splitting just to get recovery. So I decide, you know what, I have enough of this, so I'm going to go for Discharge, expecting him to switch. He goes for Mittens, and this is where Static just comes in and just pretty much just gets rid of a Mon right there. He goes for Seed Bomb, and at this point I think he's probably realized that Zapdos might just go ham on his team. So he goes for Power Punch, but at this point I'm like, I'm just playing the odds here, trying to recover as much as I can. And I probably used more than, like, I think I only have like 2 or 3 Roosts left, so yeah. Here if he decides to Roost for some reason, and I go for Discharge, and I do get lucky with the Paralysis, and this just allows me to get another kill with Zapdos. And he goes to Pennywise, goes for Shadow Ball, doesn't knock me out. And I go for another Discharge, as at this point, it's pretty much game. And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty much over. So, of course, I want to get the Zixo. So I decide to switch out Zapdos and go to Zygus, the Mesprit. And I decided to go for Psychic. I do a good chunk here. Goes for Thunder Punch. And he gets a paralysis, and I'm like, oh, great. So yeah. At this point, it's pretty much an eventuality on whether I win or not. I mean, this Girder could just pull it back, but with Drain Punch, Rock Slide, and Thunder Punch, I don't know. He's flinching me like hell at this point, so it's kind of like, oh, great. Flinch paralysis. But eventually, I'm gonna get into my Crobat, so if I want to. So I reveal my Recycle here to recover with Mesprit, so and I go for Psychic just to knock it out. So yeah, Girder. So yeah, we do get a 6-0 for this week, as that's kind of funny because well, the whole sequence of Zapdos I found it funny, but like but Mesprit just like getting the last kill. I could have actually just swept with Zapdos, but in a way it did. But yeah. It came to Sabastian as we just pretty much 6-0'd him. Dog is barking on cross, so if you don't mind. So, but yeah, this game I didn't have to bring Escadrille or Char-X, but they would have been nice to have for the end game. So yeah, like especially, but then again, Crobat would have just won the game. Like let's say if Zygeist died for some reason with all the para hacks, and like Crobat just wasn't able to kill with the like Brave Bird, then at least I'd go into Char-X just knocking him out with Flare Blitzes. So yeah, or even just go to Persian, just go for like Foul Play or whatever. So yeah, or parting shots just to like get rid of him. So yeah, to lower his attack. He didn't reveal like Bulk Up or something like that. So, but yeah, that was an interesting game for sure, because like Zapdos just pretty much carried the team and like just absolutely wore him down. Like it killed like 5 of his 6 mons. Like I think the only mon that like I think only like Mesprit got like, oh no, I think Persian and Crobat got in on it, but like that's about it. No, I don't think Crobat got in. It just switched in and just roosted, but that's about it. Persian getting that damage with the Aerodactyl was huge, because that pretty much meant that he was forced to roost later on that turn. That gave me that, and it pretty much gave him that option to roost instead of just Stone Edge. But even if he did Stone Edge on that turn where like Zapdos was there, I would have just gone into like Persian, just like go for Parting Shot or even Drill since it's Scarf, so I could just knock him out there. Like it's almost impossible. Like I think what monster he had for the end game, because he should have sent an Aerodactyl almost early. Okay, like let's say if Arrow kills Zapdos, like obviously he's gonna go into Girder, so it pretty much comes down to like a bunch of mind games. But like I think if we would have like still clutched it out with the like Mesprit, as long as like we still had our Persian alive to like deal with both the Bucephalon and the Arrow, since Bucephalon does have a high attack stat as well, so not Foul Play. So Foul Play would just knock it out just right from the range it's at. And I think the only mon would have been difficult to deal with would be the Girder. And if I set up with Char-X with +1 Dragon Dance, it's pretty much GG. So yeah. So Zapdos or Stormbreaker just pretty much went completely ham here. So just pretty much shocked the competition. So alright, I'll just end all the bad puns. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we go 3-0 in PFA, so that's unsurprising, and we are pretty much all Gucci. So our next opponent is going to be very interesting to face, as he has a very strong rain core. So that's gonna be very interesting to deal with that. So like I think from here on out, like our opponents are gonna be like um much more difficult for sure. So I'll tell you for sure. So but yeah, um look forward for those battles in PFA. So hope you guys enjoy this battle and see ya.